You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars.
Hey you guys, I wanted to show you the RV club recently needed to get rid of some of the things that they had in storage. And one of the things that they had was these fire pits that are made out of the inside of a washing machine tub. So I just wanted to show you guys. These are the fire pits. They're made out of a washing machine tub. And if you can see, they've got a whole bunch of holes in them. And then they've got these pipes for legs. And they should work kind of similar to the Solo Stove, I think, in that the air will move, you know, well inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to have ourselves a little bonfire tonight. Thought we would sit out here and have a few cocktails and enjoy a little bonfire, even when we're not camping. You know, the weather's beautiful. You guys should try to make the best of what you have available to you at the time. So I'll meet you back here with cocktail in a minute.
I'm gonna light this fat wood, and fat wood is a nice clean way to ignite a fire. We've talked about it before. Gary and Mandy kind of told us all about it. And so what you can see here is it is igniting, and it must burn pretty hot. Well, it went out. It must burn pretty hot because it's able to light other wood. So let's just see what happens now. And is there a brand name associated with this, Gary?
No.
The fat wood?
It's called Fatwood. It's available at your big box DIY retailer. You get about 100 of these little twigs for like $6. And it's nature's fire starter.
Okay. And
But aren't they supposed to have the other ones close to it?
It'll get there, dear.
It'll get there.
It'll get there, honey.
Okay.
This'll do.
Okay, that's doing really well, Carl. Good
well,
job.
I'm pretty good at lighting stuff.
You mean setting fires?
Yeah. We don't call it that anymore, Gary.
Okay, never mind. All right. Oh, it's going good now. Okay. Look at that. And you still have some juice left in your little starter stick there.
I do.
Good job.
So this is pretty cool. Donna told you about the wash tub, right? And what's really neat about this is I'm hoping, and I've never used one of these before, but I'm hoping that these holes in the side of the wash tub will have a similar effect to the holes in a Solo Stove type of a thing. I know the fire will be very well ventilated. I don't know though that it will get any kind of whirlpool action going like a true Solo Stove, but that's okay. As long as it works to burn, we've got ourselves a bonfire. Well, a fire. Hey, so here's what we know about the wonderful wash tub fire pit.
It's working pretty well.
It works good.
It does.
And I think a lot of it is that I'm no Bill Nye.
Some volcanoes ooze. Other volcanoes explode.
But I think a lot of it is the holes in the tub, and I think they are causing really good airflow. And plus, I think some of this wood is kind of dry, but still,
Oh yeah.
it's roaring right here. And of course, it was what, 70 degrees today, so we're all sitting here baking at about 104. Anyway, no, it's actually working pretty good. So
Okay.
if you can get your hands on a good old wash tub out of pretty much any washing machine, well, some of the newer ones are plastic, you probably want to stay away from that. Again,
Probably not very level.
not Bill Nye, but yeah, it's doing a really good job. I think if it was really cold, it would keep us warm. I mean, it's rocking. And again, I think it's that ventilation. It's those holes there. And I think they're really doing the number, because as you know, the heat's pulling a draft in through those holes and it's feeding itself the oxygen. So it's pretty a cool concept actually, and a pretty way to repurpose what would have ended up in a probably would not have been recycled, probably would have ended up in a dump somewhere. And it's rocking and rolling.
So we're getting ready to go to the Grand Canyon. We are going to stay at the only campground in the Grand Canyon that has full hookups, as I understand it. We've only got a couple of nights booked, so it's a long drive just for a couple of nights. But the RV club is going, and we are going to, they're actually doing a caravan, and we're going to join them toward the end of the caravan.
And
So,
are we going to have a pull-through spot?
Probably not.
Because that's usually my first question, right?
Yes, that's
All
always
right.
your first question.
All right. And what are we going to do there? Like, what is there to do? Are there activities planned?
Grand Canyon.
That's it.
Carl, come on, man. It's a big ditch.
Are you going with us, Gary? You and Mandy?
No,
Not to the Grand Canyon.
no.
Are you scared of heights?
Actually, no. But I could tell stories about my experience at Niagara Falls, but I won't go there. But no, I used to sport parachute. So from that perspective,
used
I'm
to
not
what?
afraid of heights. But
Wait a minute.
You used to what?
What?
I used to sport parachute.
But a big part of the job is to choreograph the action. And with skilled skydivers, they understand, kind of like dancers do in a way. I need you to fly here, and then you fly there, and watch out for this, and get into this position.
After I got out of the service,
Yes.
I moved to Zephyr Hills, Florida. And, well, no, I moved to Tampa, actually. But I found myself one day at Zephyr Hills, Florida, where the Army's Golden Knights parachute team was practicing.
Right.
And I thought, damn, I just got out of the Army, and I never even gave that a thought. But so I did. And I had my own parachute. I folded my own gear. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow.
I used to jump out of airplanes.
How many jumps do you have under your belt?
Several hundred, actually.
Oh my word.
Wow, Gary, I never knew that about you. See what you learn about your friends around a bonfire? Mandy, did you know your husband did that?
Yes. And he hasn't done it since we're married.
Oh, it was before you were married.
But there was a time when we lived on an airport. We lived right adjacent to an airfield in Owasso, Oklahoma, which is like a suburb community of Tulsa.
Right.
And I had the notion that I wanted to get an experimental aircraft. The guy across the street from us was built. No, I'm serious.
No, I'm loving it,
The guy
man.
across the street from us was building his own airplane in his living room.
Oh my God.
Yes, and every time he put something together, he would look and say, okay, what door is this going to get out of? How am I going to get this
Oh,
out?
wow.
So he was building this airplane, and I thought, you know what? I could actually buy an experimental aircraft and learn how to fly at this little airport. And I wouldn't need a hangar because I could park it in our backyard and then just taxi it right over to the airfield. Whoop,
Which would have been cool,
That
yeah.
would have been very cool. But
Wow.
I didn't do it. No, I
Wow.
didn't.
Because you can buy kits, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And 40 years ago, that was probably pretty affordable. If you think about today's
Compared to today, yeah.
compared to
Yeah.
today, but no, never happened.
Hey, you guys, that was a blast. We had such a good time last night and just hanging out by the fire. Listen, if you got room for this and you can pack it and take it with you, it's an awesome fire pit. So that's our fire pit. Thanks you guys so much for coming. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe so that you know when we're doing this, and hit the share button because it's better when you share with friends, right? So don't forget, you guys, we'll see you next week.
Locked up in a cage.